Alright, I'm stalling. Welcome back to fucking Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we did Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and in this episode, we're gonna do Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Trials and Tribulations. I'm scared! Because I don't remember how this trial goes, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. Because here's what gets me, right? Here's what gets me. Last time, we said that Detective Atme was the thief. He was at Lordly Taylor. And then we implicated that Stinkus Dinkus Rhonda Light was at KB Security. But now the implication by Rhonda Light is that he was at Lordly Taylor. No, he was at KB Security at 1 a.m. We have a picture of somebody in the Mask Demasque costume at 58, right? So noon 58, 11 o'clock. No, 12:58 a.m., right? 12:58 a.m. So 2 minutes, there's no way he can move, right? If there was somebody, presuming, as we proved before, it was Atme, because said he was in the thing all night. You know what I mean? He was guarding the thing, the fucking sacred pot, the Ami pot. And we know for sure that Rhonda Light was at KB Security. Who the fuck is the third guy? There has to be a third guy. Either somebody else was at Lordly Taylor, or somebody else killed Kane Bullard. And we have not found... we don't even have another guy. There's not another fucking character. So, I don't know. Anyways, it's October 14th, 9:41 a.m. in District Court Defendant Lobby number 4.
Hey, Nick!
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial!
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door!
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
Detective Atme?
They say they're going to try him as Mask Demasque.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Mask Demasque's trial.
Who is that? I know! By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
I know you don't like me! Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Oh, it's fucking Ron.
Please don't ignore me! Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone.
Come on, don't be silly. Well, wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer?
No! I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor.
Now let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending him to help him commit the heist.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible. But today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option. Yeah, because if they confirm that Atme was the thief, then they're fucked. And they're going to do that. Oh, my favorite boy is back. Here we go.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Rhonda Light.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Ugh, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand, yet again. Rhonda Light is simply too young to be sent to war. And that's all.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Ha! Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
Yes! Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. the previous day.
And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best.
Mr. Godot, your witness?
Okay then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but...
I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. Ha! You've got guts, Trite.
All right then. Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand.
My voices are getting better, I think. They're getting a little better. I don't know. The Godot one, I'm just kind of swapping my own. You did it, didn't you?
Yes!
What?
No! That's not true!
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Ha! Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
I don't think there's anything contradictory.
1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place.
The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Ha! It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny.
You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
My visit to KB Security. Okay, so... Yeah, so hold on, I'm not gonna read that, because I need to focus. I guess you just press everything. That's all we can do. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that?
Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock also was a bit too.
1 a.m.? That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct?
It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. Okay, so hold on. It ordered you there?
It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this, or take that.
Hold on! Objection. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? I'm gonna press harder, because I need something. So what did the blackmail letter in question say?
It said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Ha! A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. The fuck is a muddy mud skipper? didn't scare me. It wasn't gonna... What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway?
The blackmail letter said, if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole Mask Demasque thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't?
Oh! Oh, hold on. I'm gonna save real quick. I'm just gonna do the first one. I'm literally just gonna do the first one. Hold on. Literally, he had so much on you, dude. What? Are you fucking shitting me? What do you mean? What the fuck? What do you mean it wasn't going to cause you trouble? Hold on. The threat... I'm like almost fucking certain that it 100% was gonna cause him trouble. Hold on. Sure, something, right? What? I mean, am I stupid? Like, am I dumb? I guess let me, like, press this one? So... Oh, okay. So, life after being fired. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What I want to do here... There's clearly something he's willing to divulge. So hold on. What is he gonna do? Why was he fired? Defendant has to answer the question. He needed money. Stole data from the company. Okay.
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief...
You stole some data and sold it.
Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately.
What? I wish I'd never asked that.
I was somehow able to keep it a secret and made it seem like I'd quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So you admit you stole data from your company, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
So this guy needs to go to jail for a million reasons. Okay, so add that to your testimony. So hold on. He fired me for selling company secrets. But Desi doesn't know about that. Okay, hold on. So, I've added like 2 things to the fucking testimony. Why would you do something like that?
Well, for Desi's hobby, what else?
Wasting money, huh?
It's not a waste!
So Mr. Light doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples.
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
Okay, so hold on. So that's gotta be it. So, what do I have on that? Fucking anything at all? Stealing as directed. So... So, I wonder if maybe Save here. Maybe I present his own testimony? No? The fuck do I fucking... You know what? I'm looking this shit up again, dude. Because I'm so confused. Like, the fuck do you mean? Alright, hold on. So... What? Okay, wait. So when I do this, that was basically a clue. I'm supposed to present fucking Desiree. She's 23. I'm older than the both of them. It's kind of crazy. I'm 24. That's kind of wild. So you present fucking Desi. That's stupid. Why the fuck would I do that? Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday.
Huh? What doesn't?
I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find your secret.
A certain person?
Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
Listen to me! My Desi, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Godot! Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about.
Oh!
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Desi like that! Or you'll be sorry!
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much.
The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us! We're all ears! Fuck, dude, we got fucking slapped there.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember feeling a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there dead!
I see. Suddenly hit on their forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Mask Demasque struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Ha! No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked!
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. He did one of these things. You know what I mean? Like, one of the things for certainly fucking happens. I know that much for sure. So, again, I have the walkthrough open, but I'm not looking at it. You know, all I can see is just like a full transcript of what he said. So, I don't really give a shit about any of that. I need to press this as like what my instinct is screaming. Could you please clarify what you're referring to?
I'm my Mask Demasque costume, of course.
Oh, wait just a moment. Mask Demasque?
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask Demasque. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
about this? He never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it until now. Oh, wait, that's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Ha! My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna press that shit too. Why were you dressed up as Mask Demasque?
Why, because I'm Mask Demasque, of course.
What are you talking about? Mask Demasque's trial is being held next door.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at the time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Mask Demasque issue. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Took a lot longer. Press harder. What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course.
Oh my god.
My cape got caught on the safe door, you see? This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You're the one that hid the body in the safe.
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
What?
The answer is simple. When they take them off.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer?
Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop around here? Witness! Make sure you add this to the testimony!
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair-weather judge. Okay, so you panicked with the body in the safe. It took 10 minutes. I'm pressing that too, I guess. Why'd you have the body in the safe anyway?
Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer.
That's not exactly what I meant.
When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it.
Ha! I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
Hold on, 10 minutes?
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? It's been 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some... Damn, they really said, hey, stupid! Hey, dumbass! Fucking, you did it! You're on the 3rd round of presenting shit. Oh my god. They're like, figure it the fuck out. So hold on. So hold on. Oh, the buzzer went off. Yeah, that's it. I didn't even need to save for that one. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
A record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
If Mr. Rhonda Light truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection. Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building.
Objection! Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them! Objection. But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known! Objection! Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. Objection! This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? So he fainted?
That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right! Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer!
Order in the court! Mr. Wright, this is...
Objection! This is preposterous! It was this kid! Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard!
Objection! Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was, the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away! He must have held on long enough to push the button!
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself? What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. I can only imagine it's the autopsy report. Time of death was 1 a.m. Right? I'm presenting that. Alright, hold on. This is fucking bullcrap, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. Alright, hold on. What the fuck? You fucking ruined the music. This is fucking stupid. Prove it wasn't the victim. Buzzer went off at 1:02. Oh, there's no fingerprints on it. I believe this is the piece of evidence that of incontrovertible. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Objection! Ron Delight obviously wiped them off.
Objection! Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
Objection! The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask Demasque. And Mask Demasque always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button for your fingerprints?
Order! Order! Order!
It would seem. I've been forced to eat crow.
I wonder what blend number crow-flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with all this awkward silence all of a sudden?
It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
They're onto you, Nick.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then. Haha, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
To call the security guard, obviously. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up.
Maybe because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
What a thing to say. Huh, what a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in? No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rhonda Light, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer.
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Rhonda Light.
And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer.
Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light for the murder. Oh, I'm not spilling shit all over my fucking thing.
Order!
It would seem. I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Mask, so...
Nick, you have to... You mean the real killer is...
We're going to drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity. They also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rhonda Light for the murder of Kane Bullard?
I'll tell you what, we're actually going to find out in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!